At the State House, the 2026 Alabama legislative session wrapped up suddenly yesterday, leaving behind a mix of wins, misses, and unanswered questions. ABC 3340's Austin Pratt spoke with representatives from both sides of the aisle about how they graded the work of the state legislature this year. And Austin, what did you learn?
Muriel, lawmakers are split on the results. Democrats argue the session didn't go far enough, while Republicans are touting major victories and highlighting what they got done. As the 2026 Alabama legislative session came to a close in an abrupt fashion Thursday, we asked representatives how they would grade the session. For the Democrats, the grades were consistently poor.
I'll give this session a grade C.
An F.
I would give it a C.
Brought up by almost every House Democrat was frustration over another session ending without bringing Alabama closer to a state lottery.
There's been one piece of legislation that has been filed into the State House of Alabama more than any other piece of legislation, and that is to give the people of Alabama a right to vote on a lottery.
Doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, people want to just be able to vote on it.
Bills Democrats wish to see passed had to do with everything from Medicaid expansion to voting rights, teacher pay, and cost cutting for everyday Alabamians. With a supermajority in the House and Senate, they don't have the pull to make their bills move.
We do a lot of things that don't even make sense to me. The renaming of the Gulf of America. All these bills about school prayer and the Ten Commandments and abstinence-based sex education, that's not what the people want.
Even some Republicans commented on what's being called unnecessary bills.
There are things that are getting out, even today, that are just, in my mind, not good policy.
But for most Republicans, the grades were much higher.
Well, I think you have to give it an A.
The last session I think is a straight A.
And I'm going to give it a B+.
Republicans in the House pointed to a variety of goals they achieved.
I look back on that by saying, what we passed a lot of good stuff.
Including protections for minors from sexual crimes, increasing legal penalties for certain crimes, and reform of government programs like SNAP.
Reforming SNAP, that was something that should have been done a long time ago. But with the current administration in Washington, it's demanded that we do it. If not, the citizens that depend on that in the state of Alabama would take a chance of losing 20% of that money.
We asked Republicans how they would feel about a lottery.
I would not sponsor the bill, but I work for the people, and I would support your right to vote on such.
I think that's what the people want to vote on just a lottery, and I support that. Now, am I going to bring a bill? No. But am I going to support gaming throughout the state and put up casinos like Las Vegas? I don't support that.
And with one of the biggest stories of this session being Representative Mac Butler's Public Service Commission bill being taken from him, I asked if he planned on coming back with more accountability for the newly expanded PSC next year.
I would love to do that, but at the moment, I'm going to be optimistic that the new commissioners coming in are going to actually do their job. But I will be watching and definitely will be back if needed.
I'm also told one of the most controversial bills which failed to pass in time, restricting voting in primaries only to those registered to whichever party, will return next year after being left on the table this session. In the newsroom, Austin Pratt, ABC 3340 News.